You're listening to the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. My name is Curtis. This is a variety talk show where we talk about life, relationships, gossip, and news. There could be some profanity, but definitely lots of laughs. All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. You are listening to your host. My name is Curtis, and you are listening to the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. I have my lovely and beautiful host, Jessica, just to my left. We, in fact, are in a brand spanking new studio. How about that? Once more, we've got an awesome show for you on today on our Sunday show. So hopefully you're in a place where you're able to relax and tune into what we got going on here and have a great time and enjoy the listening experience and enjoy Jessica and her silliness, her wackiness, her zaniness. So without further ado, here is Miss Jessica.
Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is Jessica of the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. Oh my goodness. Today is the last weekend of summer, and it has certainly looked very gloomy and rainy where I am for the past 2 days.
Right.
Yeah, so anyway, just gloomy and funky, but I'm so happy to be here right along my host, Curtis.
Yeah, our wonderful host. She forgot to mention that, our wonderful host.
No, I said what I wanted to say. I said
yeah,
right.
Let me help you out. A wonderful host.
Help.
But in any event, once more, we've got a great show for you on today. We've got some maybe a little bit different topics, and on today, I no idea what Miss Jessica is talking about. She didn't share that information with me, and I didn't share mine with her, with the exception of any sound effects she might
Like,
need.
it sounded like you're punishing me, and I didn't share mine with
No,
her.
that's no punishment. That's just...
That's how you made it sound.
Oh, well,
like,
it's no punishment.
It's mine. You don't get any.
Well, it's kind of like that a little bit, but anyways. Nevertheless, no pun intended, but eventually we're going to get to that. Right now, we're going to hear from Miss Jessica.
We also want to remind folks, Curtis, that there is nothing here that is rehearsed.
Right.
This is live, so whatever comes out of our mouth comes out, and once we say it, we can't edit it or take it back.
Right, folks. There are no scripts here. Nothing that we've wrote down other than our topics and just a few side notes pertaining to our topic. No scripts. Blah. Zilch. Zero.
So, I like to always start off our show with a profound word or thought of the day. So, I will go ahead and move forward with that. My thought or word of the day, my thought or words of the day are as follows. The only way to have a friend is to be one, by Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Right.
Very short and simple, but to the point. Again, the only way to have a friend is to be one. So be a friend to everyone, folks.
Right. I totally agree with that. That's awesome. That's sounds like I've heard it from somewhere, but in any event.
You did. You heard it from me.
Yeah, well, someone.
Oh, you mean before you heard it?
Yeah, before.
Oh.
Yeah. Someone of a much higher power.
Oh.
Yeah, believe that.
Whatever.
Any event, we're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back.
Catch the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show live on Spreaker, Sundays at 3 p.m. Central Time and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. If you miss our live show, you can listen anytime on demand on Spreaker, the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show.
All right, folks, we are back here once more. You are listening to your host. My name is Curtis, and you are tuning into the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. Thanks again for making us a part of your day. And we've got some awesome things that we're going to be talking about, and I think they're awesome. At least my part of it's awesome. So without further ado, I will be the gentleman and let Miss Jessica start off.
Well, usually during our show, Curtis will select 2 topics. I will select 2 topics, and then we go ahead and work it out from there. But today, I only came up with 1. I ain't got no shame. But what we're going to go ahead and do with mine is we're going to talk about office stupidity and words.
Oh, that's good. That's perfect.
Yep.
That's
and
perfect.
I have like 6 different either words and or stupid things that I'll be talking about today. Would
That's
you like for
awesome.
me to go ahead, or will you be sharing what you're not going to be, what you're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, that's awesome. I felt it needed like a dial tone, really quick speed dial. Actually, I'm going to be talking about podcasting. And folks, believe me, I went to my sources, my many sources for...
Your mini sources, like vast, or are you
Yeah.
talking about your little mini source?
No, I'm looking-
mini little.
I'm talking about vast, of course, vast.
Oh,
But in any event, I went to my many sources.
not your little people that
Yeah,
provide
yeah.
you with instruction.
Yeah. The little imps that provide me.
Imps. Well, Christmas is coming. Maybe they're elves.
Yeah, maybe. I doubt it. But
Okay.
either way, I'm going to be talking about podcasting. And I've actually been at podcasting for several years. Miss Jessica can attest to that. And finally getting the right audio. So want to talk about podcasting, your investment, your return. So we'll shoot it back over to Miss Jessica.
All right. Office stupidity and words. Stupid words of the office. Number 1 on my list is kudos. What the hell is kudos? I only know kudos as being some kind of cereal bar. Do you remember those cereal bars?
No.
Oh my gosh. They were...
I remember the kudos that you get after doing a great job at the office. They say, kudos, man. Kudos. I remember that.
Well, I don't want kudos. I'd rather have money. So if I'm doing a really good job, I don't need a pat on the back. I don't need
kudos.
a kudos. I don't need a that a boy or girl. I want dollars. What the heck is a kudos? And who decided to bring that into the office environment and think that was a great word to thank people for a job well done?
Well,
I'd rather have a Starbucks gift card.
Well, it's kind of like that thing with Howie Mandel. Is it Howie Mandel?
I don't know.
The comedian who doesn't like his hands to be touched.
It's a fist pump. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's a fist pump.
Different.
But no. I'm making a point. Jessica, hold on.
So the office is going to come around and each individual is going to walk around and give me a fist pump when I do a good job, or I'm going to get a fist pump from management.
Maybe if they give you a fist pump and then you open your hand, it'll be like a handful of quarters or something. So, that's a thought. But yeah, anyways,
Usually when
the
you
comedian,
open up the hand, it's for bomb.
well, the
we don't have one.
Well, the comedian, he has an issue with, touching people or people
He's
touching
a
him.
germaphobic.
Yeah, whatever.
Germaphobe.
He has this little hand bump he does, or a fist
Everybody
bump.
knows about the fist bump.
But I know, I'm just saying how it got from there into the office. So people aren't just giving
does that. They're
kudos.
giving out kudos.
No, they're giving out fist bumps and with hands full of money. So when you do the fist bump, all of a sudden these quarters, dimes and nickels start popping out the hand.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's what happens with a fist bump. You didn't know?
I don't never get no money. I don't want any. Just give it to me in my paycheck. Give it to me in the form of a gift card. I don't want no fist bump, pump, or nothing. Just show me the money.
You look like a kudos chick. So that's probably
Kudos
why.
is a cereal bar.
Yeah, that's probably why you're giving you the
Look it up, folks.
kudos.
Back in the day, it was a cereal bar. I promise you. My mom used to buy them all the time.
Yeah.
So that was my number 1 stupid office stuff and words. Kudos.
I think it's an
just show
awesome
me the
word.
money.
I think it's an awesome word. You just have problems with that. I think it's an awesome word. I think kudos is just what it is. Kudos. It's, hey, you did a great job. Kudos. Kudos to you, man.
No.
Kudos to you, Jessica.
I do have some really cool office words, though.
Okay, go ahead with that.
So, say you and I are having a conversation about something that I'm doing. So So let's just go ahead and role play and just kind of talk it off.
Okay,
talk
let's
it
do
out.
that. Let's do that.
Okay, Curtis, when do you think you could have this project completed by?
Kudos.
We've moved on past that.
Okay.
We're role playing.
Oh,
When do
okay.
you think you could have this project completed for me by?
Give me a couple of days, 2 to 3 days.
Great, perfect. Stop right there. Folks, did you know that great and perfect really
Awesome.
means
Awesome.
go fuck yourself?
No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
it does.
It doesn't.
It
Absolutely.
does.
I don't agree with you,
It
Jessica.
does.
Absolutely
When someone cuts you off or is in a smiley kind of sarcastic kind of way, great, and they say great, oh great, perfect, that sounds great, perfect, that means go fuck yourself.
Well, I don't agree with you, Jessica.
In the office environment, I'm sorry, it's been a while for you, I get that. I go to the office every day, so I know these words, I know what they mean. So that's what great and perfect, when they're used together that way, that's what they mean.
Okay, how about them saying, a person says, perfect, great.
It means the same thing.
Well, you said they're used together, so they'd have to use this. Great,
Together.
perfect.
No, I
Or
didn't
just
say in one
great?
particular order.
Maybe they had
It's
said,
great, perfect,
well, no.
or perfect, great.
Or maybe there's a longer pause, and so you don't get a chance to hear
No, it all
other
means the
part of
same.
So they say,
It all means go fuck yourself.
so they say great,
Or you could say,
and you're already walked away, and you
go
don't hear the
yourself
perfect part.
fuck. You want to turn it
So-
around?
So
We
they're
can
saying,
turn the words around.
so they're saying great, perfect, and that's translation to go yourself.
Great, perfect. Yes, it means go fuck yourself.
I don't agree with you,
Anyway,
folks.
I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah,
If
that was cute.
If you've heard the same thing, listeners, and you agree with me, give me a shout out. Because I know for those of you who work in
Where
the
are
office,
they giving you a shout out to, Jessica?
tell them.
Well, hey, if you're on my side, you send an email to the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com. Once more, if you're on my side, you send an email to the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com.
The email box is going to be empty. We want to encourage people to send stuff.
Yeah.
No one's going to agree with you.
No, it's going to be full of people who are agreeing with me that great and thank you or
Great and perfect.
great and perfect.
Means go fuck yourself.
No, it doesn't.
It
doesn't.
Too.
I mean, it only comes from your adversary. If you're doing a friend of mine,
No.
or not doing a friend, but if you're doing an assignment or completing a task for a friend, they might say, hey, great, perfect. So it's all in a tone of your voice. What do you think about it? Again, send us an email in regards to what you think about great and perfect. What exactly does it mean?
What is it? Wait, well, hold on. What does it sound like to do a friend? What does it sound like?
Oh, here's the sound right here. All right, that's doing a friend, but nevertheless, not like that. But you're
friends,
in your office.
That's friends with benefits.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
But anyways, Jessica, what else you got for us? Hey, you know what? Before you say anything, how about that thing where people are saying, you're blessed, or how do they say it? Oh, bless your heart. Yeah, bless your heart. Is that on the same lines?
Bless your heart means you idiot.
I don't agree with that one either, but nevertheless, that's how Jessica's zany mind works. I think, again, it's in a context of how people say it. So that just came to mind. So
Or it
what you
also
got?
depends on what region you live in. Like
For sure.
For people who live in the Midwest, saying bless your heart to someone, or maybe if you're living in Texas, saying bless your heart to someone in Texas means you idiot. Now, you could be over on the East Coast or the West Coast and you say that. The understanding would be, aw,
Right.
poor thing,
Right.
you idiot. So
But does
anyway,
that's hilarious. What else you got for us, Jessica?
I think potlucks are gross.
Oh, you are horrible. What is wrong with you?
Potlucks are gross. How many times or how many commercials have you seen on TV where someone is doing like this cutesy commercial, they're in the kitchen cooking, and the fucking cat is up on the damn counter as they're cutting up food? Ooh. That's
You know what?
gross.
That is gross, and it gets a seagull. In any event, before we continue on with Miss Jessica's office conduct, or what you should say and what you should not say.
Stupid words.
Yeah, stupid words in the office. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back.
What happens when your computer goes kaput?
What? Oh, come on! Not now!
You could buy a new one.
Yeah, but have you seen my bank account lately?
Maybe have a friend try to fix it.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Or you could call the local experts, Computer Clinic. At Computer Clinic, they can bring a dead computer back to life. PC, Mac, whatever. And they guarantee the lowest prices in the region. Stop procrastinating and call Computer Clinic now at 423-TECH. That's 314-423-8324. And computer repair is only the start. Computer Clinic can take care of any computer need that you might have, including smartphone, iPhone, and iPad repair. And if you own a small business, then call Computer Clinic. From network setup to data recovery to phone system repair, if it involves a computer, then Computer Clinic can do it. And they'll do it for a lot less than anyone else in town. Call Computer Clinic now. 423-TECH. 314-423-8324.
All right, folks, we are back once again. Thanks for tuning in to our great show. This is the last weekend of summer. So once again, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you taking your time to chime in to our channel here on Spreaker. Once more, we are back, and Miss Jessica is talking about stupid people who say stupid words in the
I
office.
didn't say stupid people.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I just said office stupidity and stupid words used in the office.
Well, that could be a really tongue twister because you stupid people, stupid words. So words are stupid from the stupid people, or
So anyway, let's just do a recap real quick of the words that we've already talked about. We talked about kudos. I don't want
kudos.
anybody saying kudos to me. Just go ahead and slide it in my paycheck. That'll be cool. We also talked about the meaning of great and perfect. When someone, if you're responding to someone and the response is, that sounds great, perfect, that really means go fuck yourselves. Also, we started to, before we went on break, we started talking about potlucks. I think potlucks are gross because people are gross. They have their animals up on the counter as they're cutting their onions and celery and walking around and feeding the cat and lapping in the whatever they're fixing and putting the spoon back in it, and just gross. I remember I worked for this really big bank several years ago, and they were notorious for having potlucks to celebrate whatever, special occasion, holiday, whatever. They were
Jessica,
having a potluck.
What bank is that?
The bank, that big bank.
Oh, the big bank? Okay, go ahead.
It takes up like a lot of America. So anyway, that's the department I worked in many years ago. There was a potluck. Well, the next day I was sick as a dog. I don't know if I had gotten the flu. I don't know what happened. And I am not one to call in sick from work. But Curtis, I'll have you know, I had to take a week off from work. You know I don't do that. It was terrible. I was so freaking sick. And I know it was from eating at that potluck. Someone that had prepared a dish had been sick already, and they gave me their germs, and I was angry.
Well, let me stop you there. Take a breather for a moment, Jessica. All right, perfect. All right.
See
Let me
you just
say.
used the word perfect.
Well.
What were you about to say for
Nice.
real?
That's hilarious. But in any event, take a break for a moment. I'm going to explain this potluck thing to you, and I think it's an awesome idea because there's no better potluck in order to create a potluck, create your dish before you bring it in with your cats, your dogs.
Ew.
I think it's just awesome. I mean, you gotta, if you're a pet lover, you're a potlucker. So, I mean, Potlucker.
What
It's a
are
word.
you talking about?
Being a potlucker, a potlucker. So you
a
can't.
pot liquor?
No. Well, the cats and dogs on the counter.
That's gross.
I mean, with the dog hair. Oh, gee.
cat hair.
Cat hair too. I mean, cats, dogs. There are small dogs on the counter, and they play the role in making this great casserole that.
Yuck. Let's
think
look at the definition of potluck. And this
Potluckers.
comes from a dictionary.
Well, what's a definition for people who create potlucks all the time or have potlucks in their office, and they're the number one person who has the dogs and cats at home, and the dogs and cats are on the counter while they're creating the macaroni. The macaroni has hair in it or something, so they're called potluckers.
Shitty potlucker.
Oh, that's horrible.
The definition of potluck, used in reference to a situation in which one must take a chance that whatever is available will prove to be good or acceptable.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. You took a chance, and
He could take potluck in a town not noted for its hotels. What? Oh my
yeah.
God.
Thanks for that, Jessica.
A
Thank you.
meal or party to which each of the guests contributes a dish would be called a potluck supper.
Okay, then the person who finishes the dishes, and in the sense of all the food is gone, is called the pot liquor. But up, bum bum. Get it? All right. Any event, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect that people are taking a chance, and why not take chances in life?
What a great definition.
Yeah,
Used in
that's-
reference to a situation in which one must take a chance that whatever is available will prove to be good or acceptable. That is hilarious.
That's
oh
horrible.
my God. It's gross.
That's
Anyway.
horrible. That's horrible. That's why it gets a cow moo.
Okay, I have a couple more, or actually 3 more. I'm not going to go blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Curtis, and he can talk about whatever it is he's hiding from me.
Okay, Jessica's been talking for about 30 minutes now. At least it feels that way. So, folks, before we get into my top, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Follow us, the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show, on Twitter, SoundCloud, Skype, YouTube, and Google+. Yeah. All right, folks, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Hey, today we are back here. You're back here on our great show that is the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show, and we're talking about all kinds of things. Jessica is talking about stupid things that people say at work, or the stupid people who say things at
No,
work. Oh, I'm sorry, I
we're
keep
not
messing up.
calling anybody stupid.
I'm sorry, I keep messing it
We're
up.
just saying office stupidity.
Right,
Or
right.
stupid office words.
Right.
I didn't mention anything about stupid people at
Well,
work.
I mean, people
I'm not talking about them today.
do great people. Oh, I'm sorry. Say stupid words.
What?
Do great people say stupid words? Do perfect people say stupid words?
Yes.
Oh, so what does that make them?
People who said stupid things.
Or
Just because you might say something stupid doesn't mean I'm going around calling you stupid.
or okay, you could say, "Oh, that was so stupid what he said. He said something very
Curtis,
stupid."
that's stupid. That's not
This is
calling
hilarious.
you stupid, is it?
This is hilarious.
That just
but
means whatever
folks-
came out of your mouth was stupid.
you want to join in the conversation, folks? Our Skype line is open. So that is the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show. They're on Skype. Chime in a conversation and give us a call. Send us a message there on Skype. Once more, if you want to send any suggestions about the show, want to know more about what we're doing here, and just kind of give us some ideas and new ways, perspectives to look at things, or whatever the case might be, send us an email at our email account. That's going to be the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. I'm sorry, the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com. Once more, the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com. Again, send us your ideas, suggestions, and comments about what you think about the show, or anything that could help us move further along in our podcasting, or any ideas. But
Why don't you go ahead and help us move along by getting to your topic?
right. Thank you for that. Well, I mean, we had enough
thank
about
you for
your
that.
stupid Oh my goodness. Thank you for that. Oh yeah, it was our last show. Thank you for that.
Good.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, folks, I'm going to be talking about podcasting, and Jessica can certainly attest to how long I've been working with podcasting, and it's been for several years now, anywhere from 5 to 6 years now. Excuse me. And podcasting is an investment, first and foremost. You might have your passion, which many of us do, and there are a few people who don't have a passion, and sometimes life will beat up on them, and eventually their passion kind of starts to just simmer rather than boiling over. But nevertheless, doing podcasting, you have to have a passion, and passion is the only thing that's going to keep you moving. Passion is the only thing that's going to have you get up in the morning. Passion is the only thing that's going to have you sit in front of this microphone at home in your pajamas all day waiting to do your show. So that's passion, folks. Nevertheless, with your passion, you're going to have to think about it clearly and put things in order in a sense where, okay, is this investment worth it? And what is the return? And again, I've been doing podcasting for some time now. And initially, I'll be honest with you, it started off as just getting my toe wet, if you will, or toes. It started off with just a little bit, and it just kind of grew on me. And I know how sometimes us men, we can be crazy about our electronics, our gear, or technology. We can be just over the top. And so for me, with the podcasting, I've kind of, and I can admit, I can be over the top with a lot of different things because for me, I want the best of the best. But with podcasting, again, you have to think about your investment. Why are you investing in this? And do you have a passion to be in front of people? Although you're not in front of people, essentially you are, because right now we are doing, in fact, a live show here on Spreaker. So even though you're not in front of people, people are listening. So it's not technically in front of them, but people are listening. Once more, again, think about your investment. Think about, do I want to do this for long term? And for me, with podcasting, it's like being hooked on something. Well, not drugs, but hooked on something. Again, you have a passion, and what direction do you want to take your passion? That's going to be important. Again, think about your investment. And then once you've thought about your investment, what direction do you want to take your passion? And again, after you've taken your direction and a passion that you so desired, even further, writing some things down, create some different bullet points in regards to the gear you're going to need. Is this going to be a long-term investment, or is it just something temporary? And if you're like me, again, most men, we've gotten caught up and hooked up in different gear, audio gear, electronics, computers, all sorts of gadgets. And we have tons of, or buckets full of power cords, and we're trying to match them up with the different devices and all that stuff. So that's me. And it's easy to get to that place when you're podcasting, working with computers or tablets or whatever the case might be. It really is easy to get to that place where you have just an abundance of stuff and information to go with that. Because if you're making an investment in anything, you want to make sure that you are looking at what other people are doing. You're listening to their audio. And first and foremost, it has taken me a long time, and I appreciate the patience that I have learned. I have learned a lot from the people on YouTube and listening to other podcasts on Spreaker or other different podcasting websites out there. And I found out that it's going to be of the utmost importance to make sure that your audio is right. If your audio is not right, it's probably not going to work, because I found out with people, they get so irritated over things. What do you think about that? People get irritated really easy with things, and it can be down to they don't like your shirt, they don't like your pants, they don't like the color you're wearing, and they tune you out. They turn off your channel, or you're moving into something new and exciting. So audio is going to really, good audio is going to really allow you and I to get our foot in the door first, get our foot in the door, and then you go from there. And what I've learned also in podcasting is that, again, as I mentioned earlier, is that your return, like any other thing, it can be minimum at best in the beginning. But I think with anything that you have a passion for, if you push it and you push it and you push it, or you knock on the door and you knock on the door, if no one answers, knock again. And when you're rolling with your passion, you have to check yourself, because sometimes we have to find out, or we find out with our own selves, it's just something I wanted to do. You got excited about it, and all of a sudden you fizzle out. So I'm not going to bore you with all this stuff here, because some people don't care about it. Some people want to know more about it. But nevertheless, your return is the last part of this that I'm going to share with you. Again, your return can be awesome. And with anything, it's going to take time. And again, with podcasting, you certainly have to learn patience, because you have to, again, looking at what other people are doing, looking at avenues of marketing your product, it takes time. And recently, we've just obtained different opportunities here doing our show from people like yourself who are listening in. We've obtained different opportunities to do voiceover work, and which is awesome. We're very excited about it, because this did not take root overnight. It took years. I'll be honest with you. It took years. So finally, it's paying off. I appreciate the patience that I've had to learn in all of this. And so with that being said, I don't want to bore you, but podcasting is fun. It's going to work for you if you work it. So if you work that thing, it's going to work for you. It's going to pay you off. You'll see your investment growing bigger and bigger, because, again, if you're trying to produce a good sound, it's going to take money to get the right equipment to produce the right sound. It's going to take time to know what you're doing with the equipment. I had a brain fart for a moment, but it's going to take time to know what you're doing with the equipment and figure out the ins and outs, the cables and all that stuff. So with that being said, I don't want to bore you with all this good stuff, but it's been nice talking to you. It's been perfect. It's been great. Oops. Here's Jessica.
Well, now I heard a couple of things in terms of, there just might be some questions that our listening audience might have. In addition to doing voiceovers, why else would someone want to be interested in doing podcasting?
I think, again, as I said earlier, is that if you have a passion to talk about whatever moves you.
So give me some examples on things that might be out there that people would be sharing,
right,
or people would be coming in to listen
right
to.
All right, very good question. People talk about technology. They talk about computers. They talk about their dogs. They talk about themselves. They talk about all kinds of different things. They talk about doctors, new procedures. They talk about health food. They talk about being healthy. They talk about exercise. Mm-hmm. Do you need any more?
No, that will take care of it.
Okay.
My next question would be, now I know how much you've spent on equipment and things to make the sound that we have today, but can you tell your listening audience roughly what the amount or what they need to budget for? So for instance, $0 to $100 will get you what type of sound? $1,000 to $5,000 will that get you top of the line, studio equipment, etc. Can you give the folks listening an idea when you're talking about how much you're going to spend and what are you going to get with those dollars?
Okay, another good question, Jessica. I would say in the beginning, if you're going to budget or forecast for equipment, you can get really a decent microphone anywhere from $30 to $40 actually.
Will that provide you with great sound?
Actually, very good sound, to be honest.
Okay.
And there are applications. There's an application called Boss Jock on your iPad you can use to create a podcast. It actually has a ducking outfit on it as well. So
What's a ducking?
Yeah, so that means basically if you're playing a music or if the music is playing in the background, you press a button on the application on your iPad or your iPhone, and it will lower the level of the music and allow you to talk over it. So that's what ducking is.
Mm-hmm.
Any event. So there are really, if you got a smartphone, a lot of times the audio on the smartphones is actually really good. But if you're doing this on a bigger level, like Jessica mentioned moments ago in regards to trying to figure out what your cost is going to be, I would say, again, about $30 to $40 for a microphone. You want to have a good pair of headphones. So you could spend about $60 for a good pair of headphones. That's going to allow you to monitor your podcast or make sure that the audio is being put out there correctly, or at least what you're hearing. And I would also say that you're going to need a pair of monitor speakers to monitor what you're listening as well, because a lot of times, again, I've learned so much. A lot of times when podcasting or what you're hearing in your headphones is one thing, and what's coming out the speakers is another thing. So you want to make sure if you're, again, doing podcasting that you're going to get monitoring headphones. Again, those headphones will allow you to monitor the audio that's coming out of your speakers. And obviously make sure you have the speakers off, because you could hear different things, but yet the speakers are going to deliver what your listening audience is listening to. So again, they could be something completely different from what you're hearing in your headset. So again, about $30 to $40 for a microphone, about $50 to $60 for a pair of headphones. And for the monitors, you're looking maybe about $100, or again, for a decent pair of monitor speakers, I should say about $100. And
is that a pair or for each one?
Yeah, that's a pair. And again, they can get outrageous as well. So again, depending on where you want to go. So in all, again, $100 for the speaker monitors, $50 to $60 for the headphones, $150 to $60, and then you've got $30 $40 for the
So maybe roughly about maybe $200.
About $200,
startup,
yeah, exactly, as a startup,
cost.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. And then you can expand from there.
Absolutely. So again, folks, thanks for listening, and I'm going to shoot it right back over to Jessica.
Well, I have some more office stupidity, unless you want to take a break.
Yeah,
you did do a lot of talking.
Yeah, I did. Oh, sorry. All right, we'll take a break, folks.
You are listening to the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. My name is Jessica. This is a variety talk show where we talk about life, relationships, gossip, and news. There could be some profanity, but definitely lots of laughs.
All right, folks, once again, we are back here on the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. Once more, thanks for tuning in. And after that long-winded conversation about podcasting, I had to take a break. It was demanded that I take a break. So hope that you had an opportunity to learn something, or if it makes sense to you, again, shoot us an email there at our email account. That's going to be the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com. Once more, the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com. You can also, if we just got a last few minutes left here of the show, not too much longer, we are also on Skype, so if you wanted to call in for a bit and just chat about some of the things that we talked about, or again, Jessica and her topics, or me and my topic, give us a call on Skype. We'd love to talk to you, hear from you, and once more, if you call in, you're going to be live, so keep that in mind, so the world will hear you. And that's about it for me and my podcast in investments and returns. So we're going to spin it over to Jessica for the last few words, and we'll be closing her out.
All right. Well, Halloween is approaching, and this is going to be the last thing that I talk about in terms of office stupidity. So recently, a vote went around to all of us, voting for what we were going to be doing as dress up for Halloween. So what was that for?
Footsteps.
Why?
I guess felt like
Anyway, I guess the vote has come down that we were going to be doing a Halloween group dress up as Grease style.
Wow, cool.
Poodle skirts. There's a few things
That's
that
cool.
I already have in place.
That's cool.
Like I already have the shoes because I wear my saddle shoes on a regular basis. I have more than one pair, so I'm all set up
That's
with
funny.
that.
So they're going to be
even-
like, she wore those shoes already.
You're gonna be like, oh, this is perfect for her. She just brought out her everyday clothes. I guess that means
That's funny.
I'm pretty retro as it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So that means poodle skirts, sweaters. I think I might do more of a tapered type pant and an argyle sweater and my saddle shoes and call it a day, and maybe put a bowl in my hair or something. But I'm so excited because I don't have to go out and purchase anything. I don't have to do anything extra. But I tell you what, if it was some kind of Halloween thing where the whole office was going to be a witch, that'd be terrible. I'd have to go out and buy stuff. So I'm so glad I don't have to do that.
All right, Miss Jessica, thank you for your witches and the other people. Anyways, folks, we're going to take another break and we'll be right back.
I was doing the Running Man during that song.
All right. Awesome. Perfect timing there with that, Jessica. In any event, we are back, folks. You are listening to your host. My name is Curtis and my lovely co-host, Jessica, here on the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. That ad or that audio that you just heard, that was something that we put together. And we can do it for you. We can do it for your business, for your organization, for anything. If you want to advertise with us here on the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show, we invite you to send us an email with your suggestions, your ideas, and whatever you want to hear or just inquiries about advertising here on the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show. Also, we have done all the audio, the spots or advertisements that you've heard here. We have,
with the exception of the computer clinic, that was not a commercial that we put together. That was produced by an outside party. That's
right.
Advertisement spot. One of our listeners said, hey, go ahead and put our commercial on your broadcast or show. And that's how that got in there. But
Exactly.
Outside of that, the music, the voices, that's both myself and Curtis. And we can go ahead, if you have a commercial or an ad that you'd like for us to go ahead and play for you, the music spot that you just heard, we'll go ahead and include that. We'll run that for you. Or if you just have a business and you need for us to go ahead and put a commercial together, give us the basic information, your website, your business name, how do people get in contact with you, and we'll go ahead and we'll put something together for you.
Right. And I think between the both of us, we are master at putting things together, putting our words together just so they are just so poetic
justice.
Yeah, something like that. In any event, so we do well what we do. We do a good job. We do a perfect job. So again, chime in, give us a call, or here on our broadcast here. I'm sorry, but give us a call here on our show. If you want more information, send us an email. That email address is going to be the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com. Once more, the Curtis and Jessica Variety Show at gmail.com. If you want more information about advertising here on our show. So with that being said, folks, we are going to put a spin and put an end to all of this here, and we will talk with you later.
Sayonara.
Want more of the Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show? Find us live on Spreaker, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. The Curtis and Jessica Variety Talk Show.